These polls come after surveys showed neck-and-neck races in other key battleground states. And John Bussey's here in Hempstead. He's the associate editor of the Wall Street Journal, looking at the polls and tonight's festivities.
It's remarkable.
Yeah,
I mean, it really is head-to-head now. And, you know, Clinton had an edge in Pennsylvania, and that was her firewall against Donald Trump's success in some of the other battleground states. Now that one's up for the grabs.
Suburbs of Philly.
It's extraordinary. It's going to come down to, you know, the Democrats are going to have to take the Philadelphia area and Pittsburgh very strongly to offset what Donald Trump's been able to attract in the rest of Pennsylvania.
How did he do that?
You know something I think that we're seeing in those polls, in the fact that some of the Republican senators are doing a little bit better as well, the fact that Republicans are coming back to the roost. Maybe they feel, hey, you know, I couldn't get linked to the Donald Trump that I saw directly after the Republican National Convention. They've managed to kind of put him up there, and he's looking a little bit more presidential to me. And therefore, you know, between the two, I would much rather go Republican, since I am a Republican, and therefore I'm going to vote. I think you're seeing a lot of that effect now. And that's going to be critical tonight. Both of them are going to have to appeal to that very same instinct in their parties, while at the same time maintaining all the friction and otherness that has turned this into kind of a Thunderdome cage fight up until now.
I've been watching Florida a lot, where the polls are fairly consistently tied up there, but there's some differences. The I-4 corridor, the Panhandle, all of that. As Florida goes recently, so goes the nation.
Yeah, that's right. And Ohio, too, is another one. Colorado is neck and neck. This is an extremely tight race, and therefore these debates are going to just be critical. You pointed out earlier, Shep, that a third of registered voters are saying, hey, I'm looking at the debates and still kind of making up my mind, and these debates are going to be important in that process. Really, only 11 percentage points are people who have not committed. They're kind of leaning one way or the other, or they might be leaning toward a third-party candidate. These candidates tonight are going to be trying to appeal to all of those different constituencies, the people that want to see fire in their eyes, the base, the moderates who want to see Donald Trump appealing to minorities, and Clinton appealing across the divide, and then those who have just not made up their mind yet, be convincing enough, being presidential enough to get them off the fence.
Well, on this presidential matter, the conventional wisdom around here with all the chattering class seems to be that the bar is a different height for the two candidates. That, and you know, this is what you'll hear and read all day if you so choose, that for Donald Trump, you just got to show up and not blow up. And for Hillary Clinton, you have to get everything right. Is there any truth to that?
You know, look, I mean, the chattering class, the conventional wisdom, the mainstream press, all of these words have gotten kind of, you know, negative tones. But it is the gathered wisdom of people who watch these things. And I got to say that the bar has been low for Donald Trump. Yeah. And he's been getting over it, and he's been having some success with his own party. Hillary Clinton, you know, she can't come on as this policy wonk that's going to turn a chunk of her own party off at this point. They want the Bernie Sanders fire. You know, both of them could benefit from a little bit of humor, which we have not really seen in this. We've seen it incredibly effectively used by Ronald Reagan, by John Kennedy. Maybe somebody along the way is going to have injected a little bit of that in here as well.
Maybe they will. That would help.
I think so. Yeah, I think so, and I think it would give a little bit of the lie to the chattering classes, the conventional wisdom, which has kind of painted this in sort of black and white terms, and we would see a little bit more humanity, a little bit more kind of humanness and personalness out of both candidates.
I like the giraffes. Are they significant of something?
They are not. They're just giraffes.
Thank you.